Okay, let's take a look at how you can use MazaCam as a simulator to train Mazak users on how to program a Mazatrol. So let's bring up the editor here, and here you see, for example, a T1 program. So what we want to do is take a look and see that when you're on a process, it's showing you the different processes available on the T1. Let's go down to the end. Okay, so manual process, drill, bar, groove, end. Let's replace this one at the end, let's say, and let's go down to the next line here, and let's say we're going to use a bar process out, CPT-X, as it shows you the prompt over here, X feed, let's say 1.5, Z 0, RV, let's say 300, RFV 300, feed 0.01, depth 0.1, gear whatever 1, roughing tool number 4, finish tool number 4. Okay, so now we're going to do a line shape, and the finish point X is going to be 1.1, finish point Z, let's say 0.75, M code 8, and so on. So now, let's say that's the end of our program, so we're going to select end. It's giving you the prompts like you'd see on the Mazak and all this kind of a thing. That's T1. Let's take a look at, for example, a different, let's save that one and take a look at a different one. Let's say T32. I've got a T32 program here. Program number 1. Again, this is pretty much the same program that we've converted over to T32 from that T1 program. And here you can see, again, the same type of situation. You got your G-codes available for your manual process, your various processes available. And similarly, if you want to change a number, depth 0.45, and it's giving you the prompt over here. So you make a new, so we go down and say, whatever process you want, thread, out, whichever style you want. Multiple thread, we're going to say no, height, depth, 0.01, tool 8. Starting point X, 1.2, starting point Z, 0.25, finish point X, 1.2, finish point Z, 0.75. Shape end, and the end of the program. So as you can see, you can edit pretty much just like what you would be looking at on the Mazak. It's showing you down at the bottom the buttons, it's showing you the prompts, and so on, pretty much like you would see on the Mazak. That's the T32. Now let's go, for example, to a matrix program. Here's a matrix integrex, and again the same program that we converted up, so you can see the same, compare apples to apples here. You've got a manual program, you've got turn drilling, all your prompts are there, and this kind of a thing. On the matrix, the bottom buttons have the window style, and so you can simply say, click here, and now you're working with the window style bottom buttons. You can leave the setting however you want it. So let's say we want to go and to a bar process, and on the bar process, so you see the graphics on these buttons here. If I want to insert, I can do a line insert like that. And here would be, let's say, make another line process, and let's go to a X dimension of 1 inch and a Z dimension of 1.1. And it's, again, very much like you would be seeing on the Mazak. So let's take a look at adding a process at the end, and we can do it. I should have made my window a little bit larger. And let's say we're going to do point machining, drilling in the XC mode, diameter 0.25. So it fills in the drill information for us here. And if we want, we can tell it it's a 90-degree spot drill, and we can, if I were to load the information from the machine, I could then auto set the speeds and feeds here. We allow you to import or download the information from the machine itself, and then you can do that. Let me show you. So what you would do is say load tool file, and you would just do this once, and you can configure it so the user does not have to do this. It happens automatically. For each different machine, you can have a different set of tool files. And now we have loaded that machine data, and when we're here, we can say, oh, I did not set the material. Sorry. It's just called aluminum. Alright, and now, as you see, it fills in the information for us. Let's drill a point, whatever location, x1, y2, excuse me, radius 1, angle 2, z on the 0, and so on. So you can see here that you can program, and it looks very much like it would on the Mazak itself. Alright, so that's a quick demonstration of T1, T32. We can make programs from scratch for all the different types of machines. We can load them in for all these different types of machines. So you can really work with essentially any machine out there except for a T4. Let's look at some example mills. For example, here we've got a Fusion 640M mill program. Got your WPC, pocket, and mills, face mills, all this kind of a thing. And so let's take a look at, here's our drilling operation here. And let's say we want to change that tool to a 0.25 spot drill, put a B on it, whatever information you might want to have. And you can see that this looks very much like the Mazak does, all the prompts and all that kind of a thing. Now let's go over and look at, for example, a matrix. Let's convert this over to a matrix. Alright, so let's open up that matrix program. I just convert it over, no big deal. And here it is as a matrix program. So as a matrix program, you have different things like the attributes on a pocket and the type on a end mill for the helical and all that kind of stuff. Now one of the advantages of working with this, other than the fact that you can make it look exactly like the Mazak, essentially, quite similar, is that you can use the various Windows features for any of the different controls. So let's say, for example, that you like to use copy and paste. Now, as you know, on the matrix, you can go to a location, you can go into copy mode. Actually, let me turn on the toolbars. Now that we're going to show you, we're going away from what the Mazak looks like, and we're going to show you that some of the advantages of working with the system here. So now we have toolbars turned on. So let's say we want to copy, and I just arrow down just like I do on the Mazak. And that's what we want to copy, so I hit enter. It's now copied that into the copy location, they call it the clipboard. And now we want to, let's say for example, make a new matrix M program here. And I'm going to just start it up here as, and I'm just going to say paste. And now it brought that process in from the other program. Copy and paste between programs in Windows style or in the matrix style. Take your pick of however you want to do it. Now I'm going to show that you can do that same type of an operation. I'm going to open up our T1 program. We can use these same features in the T1 program. Here we are in T1. We have left the toolbars on and we've left the information down here turned on. And for example, let's say I wanted to take this process here, copy, arrow down, just like on the matrix, hit the enter key, and I want to make a copy of it, let's say, in between these two processes here. So I'm going to say paste, and now it's made a copy of that process right there for me. So as you see, you can do it as the Mazak does it, or you can use the Windows tools to make it a lot easier. It's just a matter of whether you want to look like the Mazak as close as possible, or do you want it to be as convenient to the user using all of the more modern technology, no matter what generation he's using. One of the other features people sometimes want to do is what we call it shape check, plot shape, whatever, and that's available also in the Mazatrol editor. This is toolbar button here, right here, plot shape. We'll make a picture of the shape, and you can put this simultaneously with the program, so you can look at your program as you, at the same time as the picture there. You can put it on the top. I can move it over here on the side, wherever you want to put it. And you'll notice on ours, we are a little bit nicer. What we do is we show wherever the cursor is, we're going to show that in the light blue over here. So I've got it on the drilling unit, it's showing you the drilling unit in light blue. If I put the cursor on this pocket statement, it shows us in light blue. That's the pocket statement. So you can switch between the different windows, or you can have them looked at simultaneously, whichever way you want to do it. In addition to plot shape, another feature is being able to see the toolpath. I'm going to just shrink this down for you. Let me do that. Normally you'd have this set to the full size, but I'm running a slightly reduced size so that the file is not quite so huge. But as I said, normally you're going to have this on a full screen. Now, as you see, this image looks a lot like what the Mazak does. The buttons at the bottom, check continue, check step, toolpath erase, program edit, program restart. And let's say check continue. It shows us the motion in the axes over here. It shows us the toolpath here. Now we can change the speed also by pushing the number buttons. Go slow, go fast, medium, fast, whatever speed you want to go. And it shows you the tool running around, giving you an idea of what that tool motion is going to be. We show the rapids with that dashed line right there. And so on. The other thing we can do is we can go to different views just by clicking on this icon toolbar over here. Do it like this. You can see that tool doing its various motions in a 3D type of a view. I think you get the idea of how that works. Another thing that we do in this module is that we have the ability to measure, and these are various features that are not available in the Mazak, but they're handy things to be able to take a look at information. Let's say we want to know the distance from, let's see, snap from that point down to that point, and it tells us the distance, x is 0, y is minus 3.065, etc. You want to know the distance between those two holes? There you go. We also can say info object data. Let's click on that hole right there. That's a quarter-inch diameter circle. What's the size of our fillet radius? 1875. There's its center, etc. And so by this method, let's say, what process is this done with? It's done with cut number 1 and cut number 2 on that 1/4" end mill. Process number 2. So if we were to go back to program edit, process number 2 is going to be this one right here. That's where that process came, that's where that shape and that toolpath came from. So there's quite a lot of handy features over and above what the Mazak does, but we make it look fairly much like the Mazak itself does.